Hey everyone! Welcome to another episode of the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And we're back. We was very busy last week. It's been kind of a nightmare of a week last week. So there was no episode last week.
Yep.
But like we said in the Manila, I forgot what movie we were doing.
Yeah, Manila and the Claws of Light.
We're going to do, if we miss next week, we're going to do two this week. And
Twofer!
And this is the first of the two. Yeah. And we're doing a movie that just came out last week on Blu-ray called El Sur.
El Sur.
Or The South, as it's translated.
Spanish film, released in 1983, directed by Victor Erice, spelled with an E, and then it's like E. Rice.
Yeah.
So.
That sounds like a great, football player name, like E. Rice.
Oh. You mean like Jerry
like
Rice?
Bry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. Don't pay attention to me.
Yeah, so it's a Spanish film. It's based on a novel, and it's about a young girl whose father leaves one morning, and then she starts telling a story about the past and their stay at this place, this house they rent called the Seagull, and kind of her growing up and learning more and more about her father, who's rather mysterious for most of the time, but he doesn't seem like a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's just like a good guy who makes a few regretful decisions in his life. So what did you think, Wade?
I think I'm in a rut.
Think you're in a rut?
For these movies.
Why?
I don't know, Manila I didn't like as much.
Mm.
What was the one we did before that?
I couldn't tell you that.
Oh.
Sorry.
But I feel like it's been kind of a drought, and this one's continuing. I don't know, man. Like, I felt like in the first 5 minutes, I was just like, I'm not into this. I'm not into this at all.
Do you just not like slow movies?
No, it's not that. I appreciate slow. I actually was praising Hereditary for being slow, and people hate it being slow. But, I don't know. I feel like it's just nothing.
Is it like, do you feel it's like some sort of disconnect?
Yeah. Like
it's just not hitting you?
I'm just not, it's not hitting me. I don't know. Maybe it was as I watched this 2 days ago, I don't remember anything about it. I just don't remember it. I remember it started a lot of flat angle stuff.
Yeah.
I remember the dad, but I don't remember anything much about this, and that says a lot. Because usually I watch these movies a couple days before we record these, and I'm like, I remember vivid things. I take notes. This one I didn't have. It's like, shot looked nice.
I mean, I could see where you're coming from. I think early on, I was feeling disconnected as well.
Yeah.
And I was originally like, man, this is going to be a skip for me. But as the movie went on, I liked it more and more and was more invested in a way. The cinematography wasn't terribly interesting most of the time, but there are some really great shots and compositions in it. Like, I remember one distinctly where the father, he's at this like motel waiting for a train, and he's laying on a bed, and it's a really dark shot too. So
a lot of dark shots in this movie.
Yeah, and he's laying on the bed, and so you see the head on the right side of the screen, his feet come out to the center, and you just kind of see the smoke from the cigarette he's smoking drift up past the window where the light's shining in. And I really loved that shot. And then the hard cut to the morning, and he's like laying in the same position pretty much. Like, I really liked that. But there's not a lot of wow cinematography going on.
No.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of wow things going on in general in this movie. I guess that's not the I don't expect it. I don't want every movie to be like the Transformers, like wow. I don't want that. I'm not criticizing the movie for not being like, oh my god, the cinematography, the acting is so good. it just felt very dry.
I will say the acting is very good, specifically from the father and the younger daughter, like the girl who plays the younger daughter, the one who he teaches how to be like. I'm not sure what the term is, but he uses a pendulum and he uses the magnetic prongs. I can't remember.
I guess the one thing I do like is there's a lot of good design to it, like the like the pendulum. That is a cool little, like just little integral things that make it unique, like that stuff. But I think the world around it is just I don't care. That sounds harsh.
It's like northern Spain. There's a lot of country out there.
Yeah.
A lot of space.
I was telling you, but I felt like I had like a PTSD kind of thing going on right there, where like, because my dad was from the country and he forced me to watch Little House on the Prairie and the Waltons all
funny.
The time.
What was funny to me is that this doesn't have like anything to do with
I know, but I feel like that's what probably started the first 5 minutes. And
Did
like,
you just zoned out or something?
Oh, yeah, I just kind of zoned out because I'm just like, I don't want anything to do with the Waltons. I don't want anything to do with anything like that. I know this is nothing like those things, but I think the countryside really made me like, oh no.
I just find it's
the comment section is going to really light me up on this, because I read on Wikipedia that this is like the 6th most important movie in Spain. And God.
There was a magazine that did a poll about that, yeah. But to me, I mean, it's a simple story. And it's about a girl learning more about her father, who she idolized, and would sometimes kind of, I wouldn't say be in fear of, but she's definitely somebody who holds him in high regard and doesn't want to disobey him. And he's always been a really loving father. Like, there's nothing where you see him be incredibly negligent or anything. He's always made time for her. He shows up at the church when she does her first communion, and you can sense that there's some sort of disconnect between him and the church, possibly due to his, I guess, I would call it
past
clairvoyance is what I would call it. And it could possibly be political as well. I don't know much about the Spanish Civil War, which this takes place right after, when Franco ends up in power. But he's obviously a very rebellious person in that respect, at least with that side. So, and then like also not ever going to church. And it's a very somber ending too. It's just somebody who... He lives, towards the end you start seeing how he lives with so much regret, and it weighs on him so much with the lost love, with his relationship with his family and his father in the South, and just ultimately like just feeling, I don't know, just it overwhelms him by the end.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, the daughter ends up getting to go to the South and live with her grandmother and live like her father did and experience what that's like. And that's all she ever really wanted. She wanted to learn about her father, and now she can do it on her own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In her own journey.
In her own journey. Yeah. Hopefully becoming well.
I'll say the ending does... It kind of pays... Like, going through the whole movie, it pays off at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say that the ending is by far... Probably the last 20 minutes is probably the best part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But the first...
It takes a while. It takes a few minutes to get into
to me,
it. I think when with the pendulum part, once that hit, I was kind of like, okay, this is an interesting aspect. Let's see where this goes. He's teaching her how to use a pendulum.
Yeah, that was fine. And then it goes back to like kind of like a lot of not interesting things. I feel like this is a movie that's better on the second watch, because now you know like the ending, so now you can be like, okay, now I can
maybe
piece things together. I can kind of like see it in a different perspective.
Uh-huh.
Because right now, I didn't know what I was going into. I didn't read the synopsis, didn't know what I was getting into at all.
Me neither.
I was like, oh no. I'm not liking this so far. Something it's just not my cup of tea. Not
Maybe.
not dissing anyone that likes that, these kind of films. It's just not. It's what's it? Different strokes for roll the world or whatever. What's the saying? What's that show? What you talking about, Willis?
So.
Different strokes.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you.
Buy, rent, or skip is the real question.
For the average moviegoer, skip. I don't think it'd be interested in a lot of average moviegoers. I don't think it would.
Okay. So you would like skip. Is that your final answer?
It's between rent and skip, but I'll say skip.
Okay, I'm gonna say rent. It's worth watching at least once.
I feel shame. Whenever I say skip, I feel shame.
It's okay, man. It just didn't. It didn't jive you, man. You hated Solo.
Well, there's a reason why I hate Solo. Let's not compare this movie to Solo, please.
I'm just saying. You said skip for a few movies.
Okay, it's not. I was a teenage zombie.
Okay.
That's still by far the worst movie we have ever done.
I would say Rent. Like I said, it's worth watching once. It's a really nice, kind of quaint story, and I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah,
and there's like I said, there's a few moments in the movie where there's certain shots that really wow me.
To me, it was. I'm not saying it was bad.
And the performances are really good.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm more saying it's fine and okay, and when it's fine and okay, sometimes it can be very forgettable.
Okay. All right.
And that to me is like I can remember a bad movie. But if I don't remember an okay movie, I think that might be a little worse.
So you're saying it's kind of middle ground. It's just it's not spectacular and it's not spectacularly bad.
It's not a movie that I think you should check out. It's a movie that's like if you want to check it,
that's fine.
And it's not like you should rent this. You should buy this. It's more of like
it's perfectly fine to feel that way, Wade.
Yeah.
So
I was expecting that this review would just go south. See if I didn't say. Anyway, that's our thoughts on El Sur. Let us know in the comment section below. Please be nice to me.
Or be mean. It doesn't matter.
Also, we had last time from Manila. We got some comments telling us about the history of stuff.
Yeah.
And
I do enjoy that.
I enjoyed that. Yeah. So if you have any history of what was going down in that time frame, 1983, 1982, I guess they made it 1982, I guess. But
or right before that, because it obviously it's a very historically good.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section. We're down. We like to have conversation. We like to interact and hear from you guys. So thanks for listening for that. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. And also in the comment section, let us know other movies we should do.
Of course.
We have a whole list. Like it's getting to the point where we gotta start doing a lot of these.
We'll get to it.
We got
time. We got nothing but time.
There's nothing but time. There's over 1,000 Criterion movies. We're fine.
Yeah.
We're fine. Everything is fine. Everything's burning down. Yeah. So also, I guess I can't say next week. This week.
Yeah, there's going to be a second review.
I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know if I'm going to do it I might put this up on Sunday, and I might put the other one up on Wednesday, that we usually do. Or I'm just going to do them all on Wednesday. So if you listen to this on Wednesday, or watching this on Wednesday, listening. If you're watching this on Wednesday, then I guess the other episode's already up. Yeah. So go check that one out. And then July 4th, since it's America's birthday, and it's our 50th episode, we are going to do something about baseball. America's Pastime. It's coming out next month on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It's not coming out. So this is the first time we're doing a review that's coming out before the Blu-ray release.
True.
We're doing Bull Durham.
That is true.
Bull Durham, yes. We're going to do that movie. I haven't seen it. I know nothing about it.
I have seen it, and I'm really looking forward to doing it.
And it involves baseball. So I'm like, 4th of July, America, 50th episode. We're doing Bull Durham, but this is episode 48. So check out episode 49, which is out right now, or whenever on Wednesday, whenever this is out. I don't know. Yeah. So that's about it for El Sur.
Yeah.
So we will see you later.